I was born with a curse they called a gift. My words shaped reality, but my blood promised ruin. For years, I wielded my gilded tongue with care, until the day the Thorn family dragged me into their gilded cage. They wanted my miracles. What they got, the moment their future daughter-in-law smashed a crystal glass against my temple and drew first blood, was my curse. And their empire was about to learn that bad luck doesn't just knock, it obliterates. The weight of my gift was a crown of thorns no one else could see. I was born with a gilded tongue. A whispered sentence could bend fate. A casual comment could rewrite destiny. But they never asked about the price, the curse that coiled beneath the blessing. Anyone who drew my blood was doomed to a life etched in misfortune. My childhood was a series of accidental miracles. A babbled wish made my father a lottery millionaire. At 6, a worried murmur brought a missing mayor's grandson home. At 18, an online sigh resurrected the corpse of Devereaux Corporation. Each event left a metallic taste of caution on my tongue. I learned to speak in riddles and silence. So, when Alistair Thorne, patriarch of the crumbling Thorne dynasty, knelt before me with desperation in his eyes 2 years ago, I uttered a single, measured sentence. Thorne Enterprises stock will find its footing. It soared by nightfall, buying his empire a desperate 2-year lease on life. That was why I now stood in the cavernous marble foyer of the Thorne mansion, an honored guest in a gilded prison. The air smelled of old money and fresh anxiety. "Miss Vance, please." The head housekeeper simpered, her reverence a palpable thing. "Mr. Thorne is on his way. He is most eager." I gave a curt nod, the silver bracelet on my wrist, a childhood trinket, a fragile shield feeling cold. As the housekeeper scurried off, a false calm settled. It shattered with a searing, violent yank on my hair. The world tilted. My scalp screamed as I was dragged to the cold, hard floor. The crack of my silver bracelet snapping was a tiny, tragic gunshot. "You brazen little witch," a voice, sharp and venomous, sliced the air. "You think you can slither your way into my fiancé's bed and then into his home?" Through a dizzying haze, I saw her. Juniper Frost, society princess, polished to a predatory gleam, her beautiful face contorted with rage. Behind her, a coven of similarly polished girls mirrored her snarls. I don't know your fiancé," I choked out, the coppery tang of blood blooming in my mouth. The blood. "Oh no, liar," Juniper shrieked. "Everyone's seen Kale following you around like a lost puppy. You and your cheap mystique." "Miss Vance is Mr. Thorne's esteemed guest," a brave maid cried out, rushing forward. Juniper laughed, a brittle, hateful sound. "Esteemed? Look at her. She's a fraud in rags." My Kale told me all about her gilded tongue nonsense. She spat the words like poison. If she's so powerful, why isn't she dripping in diamonds? Why is she here begging? Her heel connected with my ribs. A collective gasp, then a kick from one of her friends.